Hello and welcome to Vlogmas 2018 Day 1. I can't believe it's bloody here. I feel like it's something I've been planning literally since the end of last Vlogmas, so I'm so happy it's here. Today we're going to be going over my favourite things from the month of November, as I always do on the first of each month. I always go over my favourite things from the month before, and yeah, welcome to Vlogmas. Here we go, day 1 of not just 24 videos, 27 videos, first day of 27 videos, and I'll start with my favourite book of the month that I always do, and that is Among the Barley by Melissa Harrison. Melissa Harrison is a author that I saw talk at Cambridge Literary Festival. Only last weekend. My goodness me, David and I have had this week off and it feels like that was a million years ago now. I really enjoyed, I finished this book, I knew I was going to be seeing her at Cambridge Literary Festival, so I finished this book just ahead of the weekend and gave it 4 stars, and sort of thought to myself, once I've seen her talk, I bet it goes up to 5 stars, and it absolutely did. And Melissa Harrison is sort of marketed, if you will, as a nature writer. She's written what are they called, almanacs type things about seasonal, what's happening in the seasons, non-fiction. She's got a whole non-fiction book about rain, which I'm really desperate to read, and this is a fiction book of hers which I absolutely adored. It's set in 1933, and you follow Edie, who is working on the farm, working on Witch Farm, and living with her mother and father. A woman called Constance Fitzallen arrives from London in order to sort of document what's going on in the rural areas of the country, and opens up Edie's sort of eyes to other things that are going on, not all necessarily good things that are happening in the world. I adored this. It's a coming of age story, which I love anyway, filled with amazing description of seasons and life in rural life in 1933, as well as amazing characters, and just I just thought it was fantastic, and hearing Melissa Harrison talk about it just ticked all the boxes for me as well. What I will say, I'm going to mention the Cambridge Literary Festival later because it was another one of my favourite things for the month. She did a reading from this book, and she didn't read from the book, she just stood and spoke from memory, and it was just amazing, and it was like at least a double page worth of speech, like at least a double page worth, and it was just fantastic. I'd really recommend this. Really lots of twists and things in here that I wasn't expecting as well. Found it fantastic, really enjoyed it. 5 stars, very good, well done Melissa Harrison. I'll go on to a few things that I've got here, including this jumper I'm wearing. This jumper I'm wearing is from Tesco. I saw it on an advert and was like, oh, I must get that. But Tesco, you can't order clothes online, and you have to just sort of rely on going in. It's grey. I'll sit up a bit, and it's just like this sort of 80s sparkly ski jumper, and I love it. I really love it. It's really warm, probably a little bit too warm to be wearing on in my house when I've just had the heating on, but it's really sparkly. But I also like it because it's not necessary, although it's quite festive, it's not necessarily Christmassy, so I could wear this like into January. I've been wearing it in November, as you may well have seen, but yeah, absolutely love it. I think it was £25, and it's got all these amazing different colour sparkles on, sequins on, as well as like big disc ones as well, so it just really catches the light. If I'm anywhere where there's light, like I'm doing it now, it's going up against the wall over there. But oh, absolutely love this. Love the neck on it as well. I've had a bit of a stiff neck these past few days, and I put this on today, and it's just gonna really protect my neck and have a lovely time. Let's talk about some other things I've got here before I move on to things that have, no, do you know what, let's talk about the Cambridge Literary Festival, because I've already mentioned it. Earlier this month I went to my first literary festival with Mercedes from the channel Mercy's Bookish Musings. I'm sure you all know her, and although she had been to sort of talks, she works at a university and she'd been to talks at the university and things, this was the first literary festival that both of us had been to. We got an Airbnb, we stayed in Cambridge, we met up with Jen on Jen from Jen Campbell on the, God, I'm dropping a lot of booktubers names here, aren't I? We met up with her on the Saturday and went for a Franco Manco pizza, which is something I've been meaning to do ever since David told me he went, and it was amazing. And just had a wander around the city and went for a walk along the river, and yeah, it was just a lovely weekend. And the literary festival itself, we went to 3 talks. The first one was by Lucy Siegel, who is a reporter and presenter on The One Show, and she's recently she's recently written a book about turning the tide on plastic. That was the first talk we went to, and we wasn't really expecting, because we didn't really know much about her. Neither of us had seen her on the one show or read the book, and we both really loved it. She was really engaging and made me pumped and excited to cut back on plastic. So that was really great. Then we went to Melissa Harrison, as I mentioned. She was in conversation with Horatio Clare. That was really great as well. That was about nature writing. And then we went to Sarah Perry and Sarah Moss in the evening. We just had a wonderful time. I made a vlog of the weekend. If you would like to look at that vlog, I will link it down below. We just had a really, really fun time, and it was really nice. Our Airbnb, we had to laugh because our Airbnb, we didn't have a telly in it. Not that neither of us really need to rely on a telly, but like in the evenings we just sort of like sat there like students, sat on a bed, just talking to one another. We did a lot of reading and things like that. But yeah, we had a really good time, and as I said, I've linked the video down below, and I will definitely be looking at going to another literary festival, maybe even at my local university, because I'm sure they'll have things going on all the time. Right, let's talk about things that are here. So, I've had my roots done yesterday, and I'm very, very pleased with it. But let me tell you, I've been very, very pleased with my blonde hair recently because of a shampoo and conditioner I've been using. I used to have blonde hair when I was, I don't know, probably about 10 years ago, and I didn't take very good care of it, guys. Just washed it with any old crap, straightened it all the time, no heat protector, etc, etc. And I knew this time when I went blonde I needed to take better care of it, which is what I've been doing. And I've been washing it with, and this is only very recently, I've literally used this like 3 times, but it's just made a complete difference, with Bleach London, their silver shampoo and conditioner. It eliminates unforgivable yellow with our ash toned high pigment shampoo. It's vegan and it's cruelty free. It is a little bit pricey. This bottle was £9, this bottle was £6.50. I've since found you can buy the conditioner in the big bottle as well, which I should have done because I'm going to be using probably more conditioner than silver shampoo. I've been using this sort of like every other wash, but I can't even tell you, it has made such a difference. I feel like my hair feels lighter, it feels in better condition, it feels much better looked after. And yeah, I'd heard rumours about these silver shampoos, that they're purple really, being the way forward with blonde hair, but hadn't found a cruelty-free one. Superdrug own brand used to do a cruelty-free conditioner, and they've discontinued it. And I tell you, every single Superdrug I go into, I say, have you got any of that conditioner? Because it was just so lovely. But they've discontinued it. So after that, I'd been looking to find a shampoo and conditioner, and I found this. A little bit pricey, but as I said, I use it every other time. I've got quite short hair. I think it will probably last me quite a while, but I can't recommend silver shampoos and conditioners enough if you have blonde hair. The next one is a very, very recent, in fact, so recent I actually drank it last night. It's a new tea. As you may know, one of my favourite tea brands is Bird and Blend, which was previously Bluebird Tea. I've mentioned them many a time on this channel. In fact, I've recently just been sent an advent calendar from them. They're so adorable. They contacted me on Instagram and said, did you want a tea advent calendar? I said, yes, I do want a tea advent calendar, and they've sent that to me. And they've also included, they also gave me a £5 off advent calendar voucher. Probably a bit too late for that now because it's the first, but I'll link it all down below if you're interested. And my friend Emma got me a set of the bedtime teas for my birthday. And one of the ones that I've tried, because although it had Dozy Girl in it, which is already one of my favourite teas, the other 3 I hadn't even heard of. And the one I tried last night is Deckchair Dreamin'. It says here, snoozing all summer long with this fruity valerian blend. Now, truth be told, it is quite summery, but I couldn't resist it. It just smells amazing. It's got in it chamomile, apple pieces, rosehip, linden blossom, hibiscus, valerian, orange peel. It was lovely. I had it last night and I slept so bloody wonderfully. I cannot recommend Bird and Blend teas enough. They're so good. These are the loose leaf teas, and they also do tea bags. They do gifts. They're just fantastic. If you've got someone in your life who loves tea, this is the way to go. They're really, really great. They've got a few shops sort of dotted all over the world. No, all over the UK. My most local one being Tunbridge Wells, which I go to every time I visit, so that's very exciting. Let's do a few things that aren't here. So we'll do some TV and film. So my favourite film from the month, oh my god, I just loved it, was Bohemian Rhapsody. David and I went to see it. David said he wanted to see it. I went along thinking, oh, it would be a nice thing to see. I adored it. It was so amazing. It is, I mean, I'm sure you all know about it, but it tells the life of Freddie Mercury, and his, him sort of becoming part of Queen, and then his battle with drugs, and his finding out that he had AIDS and things like that. And oh my god, I just thought it was amazing. The music is amazing. Rami Malek is just the best lip syncer. I thought I was good at lip syncing, but he is the best lip syncer ever. It also had one of mine and David's firm favourites, Alan Leach, who plays Tom Branson in Downton Abbey. He played Paul Prenter, who's the sort of villain of the film, and he was amazing in it. And just the whole cast. The girl who plays Mary in it is also in one of mine and David's favourite films, Sing Street, and we just adored it. We watched it. It's just cinematically fantastic. I mean, if you've seen it, this isn't a spoiler, but just one of the things that I absolutely loved is that the film opens with Freddie Mercury getting ready to go and sing on stage at Live Aid, and you see him getting himself hyped up, and he's jumping, and he's walking up to the stage, and he's doing all this, and then it ends with Live Aid as well, but at the end scene, it's him and the band, so like, you think you're going to watch a film about Freddie Mercury, and you just realise that the band is just so much in his life. Oh my god, I just loved it. I just loved it and found it fantastic, and would definitely recommend going to see it. I said, because I know quite a lot of people who've been to see it, and I've spoken, can you see these glittery things happening? I've spoken to quite a lot of people about the film, and I keep saying I wish it was out for Christmas, because it would be amazing to sit and watch a film like that on Christmas Day. Found it fantastic, absolutely amazing. TV that I've been loving, I'm a Celebrity. I'm a Celebrity is a programme, and I'm sure it happens in other countries as well. I'm sure it's a programme in other countries, but it takes a group of celebrities, 10 celebrities, there's 11 this year actually, and they put them in the Australian jungle. And they make them do sort of tasks involving snakes and bugs and spiders and eating gross things and things like that. And although I really enjoy the sort of task side of things, I also just like watching them all get on with each other and just have a lovely time, because that's what seems to be the theme this year. Everyone seems to be very fond of each other and very protective of each other. There's a woman in there, Anne, who's autistic, and they're all just so accepting of her in like a way that totally should be accepting of people with autism. And I'm very fond of John Barrowman. I was a fan of John Barrowman before I even, that is disco started on my face, isn't it? I was a fan of John Barrowman before he even went in there, and I'm very excited. I don't think he'll win. I think Harry Redknapp's going to win, but I like John and Emily. I also like Nick as well. So yeah, it's I've been very much enjoying it, and it's something that David and I have been like catching every night. Even like we were at a friend's for dinner last night, and we watched it round there because they all love it as well. So it just seems like it's really popular this year. And also it's normally hosted by a duo, English duo of men who have been presenting for years and years together, their whole lives basically, called Ant and Dec. And Ant's been having a lot of trouble with alcohol this year, and has sort of taken his recovery very seriously, which is great, and has stepped down from hosting, which was completely bizarre because you never see one without the other out of Ant and Dec. And Dec is hosting with Holly Willoughby this year, and she's just been doing a fantastic job. I'm just really fond of her, and she's just really like sympathetic towards them, and I've just been loving it. So if you've been watching it, do let me know who you want to win, because I'm very interested. And then two more things. Second to last thing that I've been eating and enjoying, bagels. Now, this bagel love story started when David and I went on holiday in September to Cromer. And on the way down there, we stayed with Mercedes and her boyfriend for a night in Norwich, which was lovely. And in the morning, she said, oh, do you want a bagel for breakfast? I said, yes, I do want a bagel for breakfast. My God, I've not been able to stop buying bagels since. I will have bagels with cinnamon and raisins. I will have bagels with chive and, I think it's like onion and chive or something. Just plain bagels. I cannot get enough of bagels, and I just love them, and they've just been a snack of choice. Breakfast, lunch, snack, even dinner. I've had one for dinner. We had one with a burger in. It was lovely. We've just been loving bagels. And the last thing I bought is this scarf that I've been playing with my hands here. Now, this scarf is blue. Oh, I just ate it a bit, with pink tigers on. Now, this is a tee for Tabitha, tee by Tabitha Webb. Now, Tabitha Webb is a British fashion designer. I follow her Instagram feed with big heart eyes on, thinking, when will the day be that I ever own anything by Tabitha Webb? Because it is extremely expensive. Her shirts are around £600, the dresses are even more, and I just love them. They're really bold prints. There's a lot of like rainbow prints involved, and I just love her. She does jumpers and everything, but I would never ever be able to own anything that she ever made. However, one of the women that I work with, one of the nurses that I work with, does Avon in her spare time, which is like a little catalogue, and they do like toiletries and makeup and things like that. Within that catalogue, I saw that Avon have optioned Tabitha Webb to do a range for them, and it's called Tea by Tabitha Webb. One of the things that they had was this amazing, amazing scarf. This scarf was £15. Never in my life did I think I would ever own anything that had been designed by Tabitha Webb, let alone something for £15. And I have been wearing it constantly. I've been wearing it around my head like this. I've been wearing it around my bun. I've been wearing it around my neck. I've tied it to a bag. I just think it's beautiful. I love the pinks and I love the blues. Actually, it goes quite well with this jumper, so I may well even put it on today. I've been tying it round so it's long down my back like a beautiful princess, or I've been tying it round shorter so it goes in a big bow. I just love this scarf, and for £15 to own something that was designed by Tabitha Webb, I just feel so delighted. She's got a whole range on there. There was pyjamas and everything. And yeah, I was just delighted to get this and own it, and I was just so happy. When she brought it into me at work, I ripped the scarf that I had in my hair and put this in instantly and just wore it for the whole day. I absolutely love it and think it's fantastic. So those are my favourites from the month of November. We'll be very, very interested to hear some of your favourites from the month of November. What you been up to? Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody? Are you watching I'm a Celeb? Who do you want to win? Do you like a bagel? Would be very interested. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Goodbye!